Hey there, AfterBuzzers. We are here with the Shades of Blue, Season 3, Episode number 5, The Blue Wall. Now, is Ramsey striking back crazy? Harlee discovers the intelligent unit, and it's troubling. And Lomond meets a girl? All that, stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey. I feel like we had to just go for real now. Wait a minute. Yeah. I was am I the only person that Katy Perry fan?
Yes,
I'm a Katy Perry fan.
only Katy Perry fan right now. But
No, I'm over
Shoulder
here too. Our
Katy
ladies
Perry
over
got
here
hits.
rocking out to Katy Perry. She does.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, her first one was a hit. Yeah, that was a big hit.
that was a long time ago.
But it was still a hit. Like if it's playing right now, you know it's Katy Perry.
Katy, me and Mo got you.
Yeah, we
got
got
you
you.
too. I got you. Yes. We don't know about Thief, but
I
we
don't got you.
Speaking of us great ladies having Katy Perry's back, introduce yourselves, ladies.
What's up, Ray? It's your girl Felicia Michelle here.
Hi, I'm Jazzie. And hello, everybody. I'm Taquaila.
And I am Monique Loveless, and I'm super excited about this episode as there was so much in this episode.
Yeah.
How did you ladies feel about it overall?
My favorite episode so far, honestly.
Really?
Well, 5 is my lucky number, so that's why I knew that's episode 5. I was like, I'm excited for this, and that's my favorite episode probably so far.
I think mine too. Just the action, some things were being revealed, even though they messed up Christina jamming in her car, minding her business to her study group. But yeah,
she was going ham.
she was. She was.
Yeah. I think this episode of Blue Wall was really intense. Like, we got to see a little more of different sides, and I just hate to see Christina placed in that predicament. But I think now we're going to be expecting more from her. Like, she's gonna have to bite back even more. And then Lomond. That's so funny. I was watching the episode. I thought about Felicia because
I know,
as
'cause we
all
talked about that last week. I
Felicia
did
loves
too.
her some Lomond. So when I saw him having his moment with the special lady, I was like, "Oh, Felicia's not having
She's
it
not
well."
special.
Right. We
Yeah,
thought
we'll
you
talk
were
about that
casted.
later.
We thought you were casted. I know. I was like, she's gonna show up. She ain't coming to the show today because she's showing up on the show.
Yes, I have to talk about
It's
this.
getting juicy, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I think I'm just excited to see. So let me just say, I'm gonna be the one every episode till the finale gets here to say I'm mad that it's the final season. But see, you guys me stuttering and everything. That's the final season, but it's just so juicy. It's so many different angles that people are coming from, and people are coming for each character in here, actor in the show. It's just explosive, and I can't wait to see what happens.
It definitely is. And I want to start off by saying my prediction was right. As of now, Wallace is still alive. Thank you. Thank you.
I had to give him a clap. I didn't want him to die yet.
So we jumped into the episode with, them showing the ambush with Wallace and them getting him to the hospital. What did you guys think did you still think that he was going to die in the hospital? Did you think Felicia
Lomond was
prediction was
holding.
going to come true?
Not Lomond, but
You thought my
Tufo was
prediction was
holding
going to come
him.
true.
No.
She did. Monique was scared. She was like, oh, damn, it's going to be right.
No, I thought the way Tufo was holding him on the floor and he was like, somebody call the police or the ambulance. I thought he was dead. I was like, okay, he's about to take his last breath in like 2 seconds, and I was waiting for it.
So y'all didn't think he was even going to make it to the hospital?
I didn't think he was gonna make it at all.
Okay.
Then when he got there, I didn't think he was going to make it out of the hospital.
You was like, I'm right.
I still thought he was going to be like coma or something for a while.
Yes. No, I thought he was going to die.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
Darn.
this situation kind of pulled Tufo back from the crew. What did you guys think about how he was feeling about, the crew now?
I think it opened up his eyes to what they really do, even to himself, because he knows they're crooked. He knows they don't always abide by the law when they do things, but because this is family, this is his brother who he's supposed to protect and look out for, and he feels guilty for letting him go ahead and help them out on this sting or so, if you want to call it. And now he got beaten to death or to a post basically by a baseball bat, all because of the decisions they thought they were trying to help him be Superman to an aspect.
I think that he was on pullback temporarily. I mean, because of course his brother is hurt at the moment, but I don't think it's like the end. I think that he realized that he's like so far gone, so there's not really too much pulling back he can do. And at this time, what he wants is like revenge for his brother's sake. So I think that Tufo's probably he's not gonna hold back too much. And what I also liked during that whole scene we saw in the hospital was when Waz was just trying to inform twofold. Like your brother, even though this happened to your brother, it's unfortunate. However,
Right.
like your brother still felt good. Like, he's like a superhero.
Yeah.
I actually wrote down the
quote that I did
he said
too.
we all need a purpose, and without it, we all are just blood and bones.
Yeah.
And so I think that twofold. Like, he's in his feelings, but he's gonna come back. Just twice as hard.
But you see, that quote was also the imagery behind it too, because if it wasn't for the covering of his skin, he looked like blood and bones.
Yes.
So that not only
Wow.
just the mental
I
of
didn't
that,
think- I
but
didn't
also
think
the
that
imagery
into
of
it.
that, because
Yeah.
he was beat up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Right. He was. He was in really bad
It was
condition.
bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking, how did they beat him up that long? Because you know how the shows are. They don't always give you the whole detail. So as you saw in the previous episode, he walks in there and they swing on him. But then immediately when they heard, like, they couldn't hear the wire anymore, they jumped out of the car and run after him. So I'm like, how did the ambush happen that fast? I was so confused. Like, I thought they would make it in time to fight back, but I don't know.
Well, they did. When they entered into the Waz was beating up the one guy, and they had already shot the other two guys down or something. There was two other guys down on the floor.
To me, it seemed like Wallace was beat longer than it seemed.
The timing is a
the
little
timing.
off.
The timing's off,
Well,
yeah.
especially with Harlee and arriving on the scene, it's just like
Well,
okay.
Harlee arrives at the scene kind of makes a little sense, but I'm saying if Tufo and Waz got in there right away, I'm guessing they probably were all fighting. I mean, who knows? I mean, that's just a scene that we just didn't get to see. But I just felt like, to me, it seemed like Waz was so unconscious where we thought he was dead, to where like they had been beating him for a while before they even got in there.
Well, I mean, it's
Well,
a
not
baseball
necessarily.
bat.
Yeah,
Like,
not
you want-
necessarily.
You couple
Or if he was
2-3
being
strikes,
jumped.
you
Right,
out.
and you're
Right.
good.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. They actually, Harlee jumps in the car. Well, Waz and Harlee are actually talking about the ambush and how she knew that there was going, why they took them down. And then they end up in the hospital, where we see Harlee kind of have like this panic attack when she's revisiting all the things that she went through when she was in the hospital. What did you guys think? Did you think that she was going to make it through it, first of all, like through this? And second of all, for her to come back and be able to ask Wallace some questions, did you think she was okay to do that?
I think that her panic attack was like I thought that like she was trying to get over it. I could see where like she was trying to just get herself out of that. Like she had such intense anxiety where she was trying to shake it off, but she was still having conversations with them. She was still like a part of the group setting. I really thought she was going to break all the way down, and she didn't. Which don't want to see that happen, because I don't know what turn that would take this story. But I thought she was going to break all the way down. I thought she was going to snap.
I'm happy just to see her be able to bounce back, because in the beginning she was hallucinating and I thought she was really going to just be out of it. But to have her come back and ask Wallace questions, I'm happy to see that she recovered, because and that was just showing how she's just human. Like, a lot of us have those moments where we have flashbacks of situations that we don't want to be in, and we constantly think to ourselves and play it in our mind. So for her to have that happen to her, we see it and she recovers. It was good.
Do you think that she was a little like desensitized though? Because Tufo was like, not right this second, he needs to take it easy, and she was like, is it him, is it him, is it and she wants to get to the bottom of it. But
Go ahead.
You were right.
I wasn't done talking, but I'm saying, like, in her state of panic before and being so ingrained in her feelings, like, do you think that, like, maybe I'm looking at it as like she had to step out of her feelings totally and almost was a little insensitive in that particular moment with him?
I don't think it was being insensitive, but I do think she sees a member of her team down, and she's after this bigger picture of what we don't really know. All the pieces are together, but I still think Nava is really tight in on her heart, and she knows it's connected somehow. Now it's Wallace, who is essentially family as well, and eventually Christina. So I figure that she's trying to put all her emotions aside just to get to the bottom of what's going on and how big this ring of events and people are involved.
I agree.
in.
How deep the rabbit hole really goes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I believe that she wasn't desensitized. It's the same way she feels. Like, she wants to really catch these people. Like, she wants to be able to catch whoever done this the same way she felt like they should catch whoever did what Saul did to her. She's still trying to catch him.
Right.
So, all in all, she just wants to, I guess it goes into the good cop hand again. She just wants to have justice for what people are doing. So we get to the hospital. She has her panic attack. She leaves out, and we kind of get to the point where now Lomond meets someone. Diana. What did you guys?
Same thing, yeah.
What did you guys think of this?
I wasn't surprised. Were you surprised? I wasn't surprised.
So two things. I was mad like, dang, if Lomond's really about to get a love interest, it's totally late in the game.
It is.
And then I was like, okay, no, wait, they're moving too fast. Something is fishy about this. And I was mad he wasn't on his detective skills. Like, he wasn't thinking with the right
head.
Thank you. And he just got himself almost caught up and shot.
Yeah.
We can't have that happen, Lomond. You got to make it to the end, boo. So,
Right.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I thought it was great that we talked about that last week, how we never get to see into his life, and they focused on him more.
Yes.
So they did focus on him more this episode to kind of see, like, okay, he has a love interest. Maybe he has this love interest. She comes into his life. How does he kind of maneuver his life? Like, what does he do outside, or how does he act outside? So yeah, I thought it was good, and we talked about that last week.
The only thing that shocked me about the whole thing was just the fact that who she would end up working for. Diana's cover. I'm thinking that it was like Ramsey sent her, but no, it was the cartel that they ended up walking. Well, it was a member of the cartel that they ended up walking up. It had it was a whole spin around it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that shocked me. But the fact that she was probably set up, I wasn't too surprised. Like you said, they were moving really fast.
Yes.
So I was happy
quickly.
for Lomond because finally he's getting some action in his life. We don't really know what's going on with Lomond. We don't know his love interest.
Don't worry about what's going on with Lomond.
I've been waiting for you to
finally,
chime in.
however, I just wasn't surprised for her to try to turn on him. It was very expected.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
I saw that hussy over there talking
it-
about something. You didn't have a snack. Here's your snack. I saw it. I could see right through all of y'all. I saw it.
was really going
And I knew that there was something just totally off because she was talking about she was there for her mama, and you didn't ever want to go and check up on your mama with muscular dystrophy. Like, you didn't want to check on your mom, and it was just like too.
No, it was
too.
Well, I thought it was
staged. It was too staged.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of fishy when she didn't mention what she did. Because he asked her, what do you do? And she was like, I'm just here usually yelling at the doctors. Like, that's what she said. She never gave an official.
Yeah,
like,
she wasn't good acting. She wasn't good at acting as portraying him, like trying to play him. She wasn't good at that part. Like,
Right.
The twist was finding out finally, like,
who she works for.
well, we'll get to
this
that.
whole person was
because
this
that's a
entire
whole
time.
unfolding. So we're going to definitely get to that.
Are we
One
going to
last
chronological order of the episode?
I was mad because when it comes to saving your life, and let me say when it comes to saving your life only, he should have knocked her behind out. Like, she was getting uppercuts, he was getting punches and everything,
got
and he was
roundhouse
just trying to
kicks to the
slow her
face.
and throw her around. No, this is in defense of your life. I'm not saying that we should be out here, men should be hitting women freely. No. But if I have to fight for my life, I'm going all in, because if I have to lose my breath over this altercation, I'm going. Yeah, so I was mad that he wasn't kicking her behind.
I thought he would knock her out. Bus driver uppercut her. We got nothing.
Well, he did knock her out with the glass. Okay,
Finally.
To me, it just seemed like he was trying, and he was kind of like out of it, and he's probably erected. I don't know. He was just kind of. I'm just saying, like, it was.
Jazz said the blood flow is
I'm
not
just
up
being,
here.
I'm just being realistic. We don't think about the small things, you guys. We got to think about like the small stuff.
But you know what?
That was such a good joke.
That was a good point that you made, though, because when they have her in the cell or room or whatever before Tessa's about to get to her, you still see he's trying to like be emotional and still connect with her, and he's like, just tell us the truth, tell us who you work with. He's trying to plead with her, and I still was a little annoyed, like, no, you got played.
That too. And
when you're feeling somebody, when you start feeling somebody, you're a little more lenient,
And then they try to kill
person.
you, and I don't feel you no more.
Hello, that part.
But
right
I
there.
don't.
But you're still. I feel like you're still lenient to that person any way it goes, because even though you fell for them, we don't really know how much time they spent together before they went to the hotel, or in the hospital.
They had the same clothes on, so I would say one
I
day.
would say no time. It was no time.
Well,
I didn't.
I guess.
But okay, yeah.
You know, you don't
Right.
have a special place in my heart.
Yeah,
If you
no,
decided
no.
to try to harm me,
Yeah.
you
well,
would've done it
everyone
on me.
isn't the same.
But no, I get what you're saying. Like, if you pretty much have feelings for someone, like you have a soft spot. So I get that 100%. But my thing is, I just didn't think they had enough time to really create a bond that's really strong for him to have a soft spot for her. The only thing that I thought, the reason why he didn't kill her when I was like, oh, finish her, and he didn't do it not because he felt for her, but I think it's because Lomond is just a nice person in heart.
Yeah.
So it's hard for Lomond to really take the initiative to murder someone out of innocence. He's probably thinking like, this girl is probably one of us, in the sense of just kind of caught in all the mess.
Right.
You know?
And she's
I can
following
see
orders
that.
from her boss, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be no different if Wise told him to do something
So,
and he
yeah.
wasn't involved. I can agree with that.
I could agree with that too. Like I could see that just Lomond being the person that he is.
Take yourself out of it.
I'm out of it.
And
Like,
we
I'm
say,
totally,
with
I'm
the
out of
characters,
it. I'm
'cause
out of it.
I was like looking at that.
I was just over here trying to figure out someone pulled a gun on my face, how I'm gonna still love them. I'm just over here really reconciling in my brain.
No.
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
you might like what you said could be right. It's just that Lomond is just that person.
He's that
just,
person.
Yeah, like
He's still
I
a
kind
nice
of feel
guy.
that. Like
Yeah, he's at the end of the day, he's a nice guy. So that's what I'm saying. I think he was thinking more so like, well, let me put myself in her shoes. What would I have done? Like, you know, we're all taking orders from our bosses. We all don't want to be here. Clearly, like they made a mistake by locking up the wrong person. They didn't know who they had locked up. So that's why she was sent because of that. And they were trying to lock him up to protect the girls. Like they're all kind of just throwing a mess.
right.
So
and the fact that anytime you rack up a body, it always puts that on your mind for a long period of time. Like that's long-term damage to yourself too.
Yeah.
So I could totally get with that. But
let us know your thoughts in the comments because clearly we are just discombobulated.
and while you're letting us know your thoughts, make sure you visit the podcast, which we have for you.
Oh, you segueing to me? Oh, I didn't get that. Hey, what's up, AfterBuzzers? Our network here works to produce after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder for television fans. However, we do need your help. We're asking that you will please subscribe to one or more or all of them of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channels, what it does is YouTube will suggest content that's specifically catered to you, and it'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those stupid notifications, don't worry about it. They're optional. So hit the subscribe button right now, not later, not tomorrow, right now, for this channel, and check out all of our other AfterBuzz channels as well, and let us know you did so in the comment section so we can shout you out on air. Now, thank you guys so much for being the best fans and for helping us to continue to be the ESPN of TV talk. Ooh. Y'all whistles is
that was
y'all ain't got a little
not a whistle.
Yeah, I wasn't.
That's a whoop whoop.
Yeah,
It's a
whoop.
whistle. That's a whistle.
There we go.
Which takes us into all of our juiciness that happens with Harlee this week. So Christina is riding down to Katy Perry.
Jamming in the car.
Jamming
Yeah.
to Katy Perry. And she gets pulled over. And they basically search her for no real reason. What did you guys think was going to happen? I mean, we saw in the in the previews last week, but what did you guys think of this and how she was kind of like treated?
That was dumb. She was so like, your mom is a cop. She taught you how to shoot, but didn't tell you the basic laws that you don't have, like not having to get out your car, or like you asking why you're being pulled over, or you not having to go through with the search because they have no warrant. Like nobody told you this. I mean, I know you. I think you go to that fancy school and you don't know none of that.
Well, I think her mom did kind of tell her because she was kind of confused. She was looking behind her when Bennett was going into her backpack. He was like, "Well, what are you doing?" or "What's going on?" She was asking questions because she felt it was pretty much just not. It wasn't like correct.
It
like,
wasn't normal.
Yeah, it wasn't
so
normal,
as soon as you had to get out the car, I would have been like, "Nah, I'm not getting out."
She asked the right questions.
she
and I
did.
believe one of the previous even she got pulled over again for whatever reason was happening. And Harlee had told her, "You just cooperate, and when you get your phone call, call me or call Wise." So she did what was right. She kind of knew something was going on, and that she was within her rights to ask. Why are you searching? There's nothing in there for you to be searching for. But she was a pawn in it all. So I believe,
but they
that was
violated
shocking
her rights
They really
too.
did.
Like
most of that
they
shocked
did.
her
A lot of it
as
was
well.
illegal, yeah.
She's not that. When we seen her kick that girl's behind in school, it takes her a lot to get to
that street
point,
toughness,
right? So when
yeah.
she knows, it's not to do anything to either further hurt her mom's image or career. She's a cop, so she's just like, okay, fine, let me give my one call.
We didn't know all the other emotional baggage. Just like with teenagers, you don't really know what they're going through. We found out a lot of stuff that was happening. It was like, oh, girl, this is what's going on with you.
Yeah,
Like,
I like that too. That we got more of Christina.
Yeah, once Waz goes and like picks her up from jail, it was funny because the whole entire time she denied it. She denied the whole thing. She's like, no, it's not mine. It's my friend's. This, that, and the other. Once she confessed to her mom, what did you guys think? Were you shocked?
No, but I just kind of wish she probably, I don't know. Well, at first I was going to say I think that she should have told her mom everything about how they pulled her over, like the whole procedure of it. I think she wasn't thorough with like her like why she got pulled over, why she took the pills and all that kind of stuff. I'm happy she did bring up to her mom, and I'm happy she told Waz, let me do it, and she took matters in her own hands and didn't wait. So I love that about it. Like that just shows to all the teens out there, be proactive. But I do wish she would have broke it down to her mom, like, yo, mom, but you know I was wrong for having the pills. However, they did this, they did that. I wasn't speeding. Like, I wonder why. You know, I wish she was more open about how they mistreated her, and that would have brought more attention to Harlee before she put the two together.
Yeah, and then we see it's the same police officer that stopped her. That is the one that Wallace recognized too for being there at the scene at the warehouse.
But yeah, she fessed up. She didn't even fess up to Waz when he came and picked her up. Did you guys think that Waz was going to show up, or did you think it was going to be Harlee?
I thought she was going to call
I
Harlee.
thought she was gonna call her mom.
Yeah.
She called
I wish
Waz,
she would've
it's no
called Harlee.
different. Yeah.
But when you think in your teenage mind, if you could call somebody that's not your parent to come and get you out of trouble, you
But I'd
probably
be
would've
ready
called
for
them.
my mom. Like, let my mom show
me
up.
too. I'd be like, her number
let my mom
is
show up.
I think she was so terrified of what happened
What
and
could've happened.
the trouble she could have gotten into that she was just like,
I mean, I
I was
get
surprised
her
that
reasoning.
Waz showed up.
I think she was more concerned still of her mother's mental state. Is why she was just like, I can't have her. I can't tell her here
At
like
this
this
time.
right now. So that's why she called Wise. In which Wise really doesn't. Wise is emotionalist, so he doesn't have any emotions about anything, and so he can compartmentalize everything that's going on.
That's
Harlee
true.
probably would have came. The whole unit would have been
the
blown
mom.
up.
well,
or
he wasn't
everything
playing
else,
with
so.
Pulled up
Ramsey.
on-
No,
pulled
Ramsey's
up.
not anyone to play with.
He was not. No, Waz wasn't playing with
Oh.
Ramsey when he told him that if it didn't look bad at Thanksgiving, that he would stick the letter opener in
Oh.
his neck or something like that.
Yeah.
He said to him.
Yeah,
He said some crazy stuff, or the stapler.
definitely. But would you have? So you wouldn't have called your mom?
No,
My
I mean,
mom's my ride or die.
Yeah.
No,
like-
I would call my mom. Yeah,
would've called your
I
mom?
call her for everything.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That you
I'm
didn't
not.
be like, you want peer mediation?
See,
No, call my mother.
at 20 something, you will probably call your mom because you've learned
Yes.
and gone through life to understand, like, my mom has my back. At 16, I'm not calling my mom.
I was.
She told me I better be open and honest with her because if not, I'm gonna be more in trouble
back
later.
up,
So
Felicia. I agree with you. I guess it depends on what is going on. My mom has always had my back, but
For
there's
sure.
cases where she'd be like, she still has to do her nagging. Like, you shouldn't be in this position. Or you like, she has to give her little 2 cents, and it's like, Mom, I'd rather you not give me that right now. Just let's handle this first. Like, you can nag to me later.
But see,
so I think,
yeah.
and honestly, I would call my mom because, like I said, I call her all the time. However, there has been cases when I was a teenager and things that happened, I didn't call her. I told her later,
Of course.
but I didn't call her right away. And I was like, because Mom, I know you're gonna freak out. I just want you to know it was okay. So I think it really depends on the incident. For me, it depends on how big is it, how significant
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to worry her as well too.
Right.
So-
I'm with you though. Like 16, 17, it didn't matter. I knew my mom was going to come, ride or die in that moment, and then she'll like beat or nag me later. Like, okay. She's
Yeah,
like,
mine
nah,
was
but
too.
right now, we going to handle this face to face.
yeah, that's how mine was too.
On my course. So I just felt like I was shocked that Harlee didn't show up. I was shocked that Waz showed up.
I think there's a more actually shocking moment in that scene too, when you go to with Ramsey and Waz, and Ramsey finds out, like, oh, the guy is scooped. Remember, he came and he came and Harlee was like, "Where are you taking
Federal
him?"
agents.
Yeah, Wando. We'll call him Wando for now.
Oh, yeah, Wando.
Where are you
Yeah,
taking
that's
Wando?
Yeah.
And then boom, like, actually, we like, oh, they gave Ramsey too much credit. That's what Waz said, like, gave you too much credit, and Ramsey was like, I don't even know who took him. So now it's like, damn.
Another unit.
Well,
is
yeah,
involved.
that's what
Somebody else.
Yeah. So that brings us into the next thing, which is Ramsey was saying to Waz when he showed up that he wanted Harlee to show up to give her a warning because her and Lomond had basically
Pretty much messed up his whole
Uncovered.
yeah, uncovered his whole situation with the
the top off of it.
Enrique Ortiz, which we find out is the head
Wando.
the head of
cartel.
The cartel.
not the son's
son.
head of cartel.
Yeah, his father is.
Were you guys shocked of this discovery? Like, how did you feel? What was you feeling when this all came out? That Ramsey's basically a puppet.
Well, I feel like it's about to turn on Ramsey soon from the cartel because you
think
have
so?
the lady that tried to
Hopefully.
kill Lomond, and I'm assuming the guy that was in the Sky Mode van that was about to try to kill Harlee at the end.
Yes, I want to talk about that.
I think maybe those two are his hitters, and because he feel like Ramsey's not taking care of the situation because Harlee and Lomond are getting so close into finding out the actual key players and who are all involved, I feel like Ramsey's neck is on the line now.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was wondering the whole time, like, who hired the Sky Dome wireless guy that was sitting and watching Harlee. I really thought it was Ramsey, but now that she put two and two together with the Lomond, I'm like, oh dang, it's probably for the cartel people. I didn't even think of that.
I was mad though. While we're on that for a second, Stahl slit his throat. Like I wanted.
No, I wasn't.
I wasn't upset at all about
I
that.
want people to be tortured. I know that's not in real life. Everybody, not in real life.
that
Just
was really
because I am very emotionally involved in Shades of Blue, as you already know. But I wanted them to be tortured. I want to know what, who, how, where, why, who else is coming. I want to know the business. So if I have to torture you to get this information, and I'm gonna get it, and then I'm gonna kill you. So I just wanted that to happen.
But then doesn't that open Stahl up though?
It would have, but he's gonna come out anyway. So
Yeah.
somehow, these writers
He'll be
are brave.
around,
They could have
for
tied
sure.
it in.
Yeah, he's going to show his face. He has a strategy.
Definitely.
Like I
Right.
said that last week. He has a strategy.
No,
Yeah, but
really.
you see how that jealousy drove him to find out who was this person, as if he's not a peeping Tom putting cameras all in her house and
Stalker, I
everything
know.
already. But drove him to find out who he was, and thankfully,
I was glad
I give
that he
him that
was
one
there.
credit. Yeah, that's why I said I give him that one credit.
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard because at this point we called him creepy last week, but with that, do you still feel?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
still creepy. He's way creepy.
I want to say, I had someone in the comments actually agree with you guys. I want to shout out BreeSoFly12 on Twitter said, "OMG, Stahl is stalking and protecting Harlee at the same time. Wow and awe." Like that's just kind of like
That's true.
No, if you think about it, like he is stalking her, but also
Yeah.
protecting her because we all saw that she was her life about to be ended. But Stahl made that happen. He was like, no. If anyone ends her life, it's gonna be me.
Right.
If
Right.
it gets to that point.
Right.
That's kind of that is
It is.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Good point.
Like how? Yeah.
Right. And thank you for all of our fans. Please make sure that you tune into our iTunes and the YouTube. But when you get on iTunes, make sure you give us a 5 rating. All 5 stars. Make sure you give us 5 stars. If you like this, comment. Continue to comment. We'll continue to shout you out and we'll continue to thank you. And I know that me and I've seen a couple of the other panel members get on and kind of like reply to you guys. So make sure you guys tune in and make sure you tune in on iTunes too. Thank you guys.
Big facts,
we love
big facts.
you.
Thanks.
Big fact.
Right. So we find out that it's a part of the, that Ramsey is now really a puppet for the cartel. He's the puppet actually for the biggest cartel in North America, they said.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
I know. I was kind of shocked. How did you feel when you guys found out? Because Ramsey was actually doing the most. I thought he was the head of everything.
I thought so too. So that's why I was kind of finally glad to see like Wise is meeting his match. I thought, but it's so much bigger. Like so
So
Wise
much more.
over here. Wise is it? He's the head honcho. But over here with Ramsey, you think he is, but he's not. He has the cartel who's more deadlier and murderous than
That's why he
could
talks the
ever
way
be.
he does.
Yeah.
Because he
got
feels like he
so much
got their back. Yeah.
But
They got his
no,
back.
he's not. That's why I feel at some point before we get to the finale, his neck's gonna be on the line.
Right, it is because the cartel don't play. Like they ain't taking up for nobody.
Not even TV
like,
show or movie I've ever watched.
But now makes you wonder.
Or real life.
Real life.
Yeah.
Real life.
It makes me wonder now. I wonder if is Ramsey and the cartel working together, or does Ramsey actually owe the cartel like a favor or something? Like why? I mean, I don't. For some reason, I don't get this vibe that the cartel guy and Ramsey are partners. I don't.
Well, the cartel is never partnering with nobody. They're like the
Yeah.
mafia.
Well, yeah,
They're not
well,
partnering with anybody.
No,
You,
I get that. They're pretty much
yeah.
like a one man team. But I'm just saying, you know how like they have like a deal, like oh, you do this, I do that type of thing. I just really think that Ramsey might be just catch himself in a frenzy. Like I don't think that. It's all fun and games when it comes to them too. Like, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, like Ramsey's pretty much, calling these shots and he's saying this and that, and he's probably thinking that they're working together, but in reality, it's going to all turn on Ramsey. That's just what I think.
Well, yeah. Well, we're going to see it next week because to wrap up this episode, we see Harlee basically go and find out that Bennett is the person who killed Navo. She goes through his apartment. She goes to Cole's apartment and goes through everything and finds out that he's the one. And then they go to the NYPD precinct and arrest him on the spot.
Finally.
But we got to back up before the arrest, though, because that scene where she tries to, go bold at him in her Harlee manner because she don't back down from nobody. And there was like this little tit for tat. And so Wise was trying to tell her because Wise was trying to be the peacemaker because he knows how he knows Ramsey is a little bit tad more crazier than he is, and he's like, just walk away, don't worry about it. Then he starts talking about Nava, like, he cried like a little. Did he say BITCH? And he cried the same way, and he was like, go get him.
I was hot for that.
She ran up on him and two-pieced him real quick. I was like,
hot for that.
Yes, I liked that episode. I like that the imagery of it, the whole action behind it. I was ready for that. Then locked him up or handcuffed him and read him his rights.
Right.
Was anybody here for the swimming pools?
Yes, I was gonna bring that up.
I was here for.
It was getting kind of steamy in there.
I forgot.
Seeing Cole and Harlee, because I know he was like, I need to make sure that no one else is listening. So I got the whole thing, like, get in the pool and so there's no wire. But it was like a sexual tension energy that they always have.
It was very intimate.
Right.
Yes,
I wasn't surprised about that because I've been saying that for a long time now. I'm like, I think Cole, I don't know, I always feel it. Like, I think Cole and there's some tension there. There's some tension there. I did in that scene, I did like the fact that, he basically told her why he's in with Ramsey, but so yeah.
I don't know if he can be trusted yet. I'm still teetering between yes or no.
I think he can.
I don't know yet.
I don't know, but I thought that water was really important. How I represent cancer season, y'all. So water. I thought it was the water was really representative in the scene when he was like, she asked him, "How deep are you in?" And he's like, "I don't even know." And I was like, they're both kind of lost in the water in their situations. I was like, look at that symbolism. I was like,
that's nice imagery.
I see y'all. I see y'all.
Imagery.
But he said that he wouldn't follow him blindly too. So that's what makes me think like, dang, there's good in him. Like, he's more good than he might be bad because he's not willing to just go along with it. Like,
yeah.
I just know it was getting steamy. There was a part in the scene when they were like super close, and I was like, kiss her. But then it didn't happen.
Yeah,
so
I thought they were going to kiss.
Guess we'll just wait till the next.
I don't think she can ever fall in love until she feels avenged for
Nava. You don't have to fall in love. It's half a good time.
Yeah. Have a good time. Okay, no.
Just saying.
I feel like there's more chemistry beyond being able to have a good time with him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When she started having a good time with Nabo, I could understand that. But
not only that, if you think about it, this happens a lot of the time. We see it in a lot of movies and even real life, I'm pretty sure. When you're really vulnerable, you're missing your significant other, you happen to come along someone else in the same predicament that you are in, and then you guys kind of like, feel one another feeling wise, not like, like I'm talking about, not physically, like an emotional level. You're feeling one another. You're connected. And then it just leads to stuff because it's like, well, why not? So I just think that we haven't had the end of Cole and Harlee's intimacy. Their weird kind of like vibe.
Their chemistry. Well, this was definitely a steamy episode.
Very, very steamy.
Right, very. So while we have a steamy episode, we have some steamy news.
Of course, it's time for our Shades of Blue news of the week. So let's start off with Christina Santos, whose real name is Sarah Jeffrey. She will be returning to her role as Audrey in the Disney Channel threequel of The Descendants 3, due to premiere in 2019. So we get to see her be, to my mind, she is a princess already. So we get to see her in more of a princess role. Well, not necessarily princess, but more of a younger, elegant role, rather than being tormented and harassed in Shades of Blue criminal world. And then also, too, congrats and a round of applause for Jennifer Lopez, Cardi B, and DJ Khaled, because they have two VMA nominations, for De Niro. So if you're into the VMAs, I keep wanting to say DMV. I'm sorry. They're not going to be there, I promise. But the Video Music Awards for their nominations in De Niro, see if they snag both or one of those awards. And then lastly, our beloved Tufo. So I wanted more juice on him, and hopefully he's cooking up some things that we can report on later. But the latest thing that he was in 2017 was a movie called The Depths, and it was about exploring the crime and murder world. So it's kind of like a sci-fi thing. So that also kind of relates and tags into, I guess, how he does so great in Shades of Blue as well, because it's kind of, picking back the same. Yeah. So that was our little Shades of Blue news for the week.
Thank you, T.
Of course.
Thank you so much. And now let's get in. Did you know? Did you know?
So I don't know if this is.
I feel like that should be a sign.
It needs to be. Did you know is our special segment? So basically, we talk about laws that kind of don't make any sense, but wondering if you knew them. So we're gonna show a little love here. So I'm gonna start off with a state that's not so far away from where I live. Shout out to the Greater Philadelphia area, Delaware and Fenwick Island. You cannot tailgate or otherwise picnic around your car between midnight and 6 a.m. What the fudge?
You can't do what?
Like picnic or be around your car between around your car between midnight and 6 a.m.
Can I be in like McDonald's parking lot? Because that's just like prime
That's
time.
kind of what I was wondering.
You mean parking lot pimping times?
Yeah. Okay.
You can't have like a picnic with your vehicle, but between
But can I? Okay.
midnight and 6 a.m. So
Interesting.
like I wonder like does that like further into like eat late night eats because
Right.
I only eat at like 2 o'clock in the morning
Exactly.
with all my
So
friends.
I want to, and we might be in 4 or 5 cars.
We probably wouldn't be in Delaware at that time now.
Probably
not. I just think trying to say like just
that
don't be
deep.
hanging out outside your car. You should be in the house pretty much.
Live across the state line and go to Philly.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. See, people
Right
don't-
there.
See,
Right
I see how you know your geography.
Just a little bit, just
Look
a
at
little
you.
bit.
You went to one of those fancy
I
schools
mean,
like Christina
she
did.
is a flight attendant.
Might have.
So. Do they test you on that as a flight attendant?
Not geography was, but we have to
Okay.
know like airport codes and stuff
Okay.
like that. So yeah.
Okay, well I have one. So, did you know that by law, peacocks have the right to walk across the street? Yes, they have the same liability as us pedestrians. Did you guys know that?
I
What
knew
if
that.
they
You knew that?
die?
Huh?
What if you hit one and they die?
I'm sure you probably get
Probably a
fined.
ticket.
You probably get a
Fine.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the episode in Fresh Prince. If somebody can help me out, you know
Yes,
what I'm
that's
saying?
where I got it from.
Are they called the peacocks?
Yes, they're peacocks
Where
at the
somebody-
college,
If
yes.
you know what I'm talking about,
I
then
had-
Carlton's a
ignore me.
peacock. Yes,
Yes,
he's the
okay.
best.
I had no idea. I mean, they have the right of way to cross any street and driveways. I thought peacocks are, I guess are considered like a pet or something. And usually you see pets walk across the street on a leash, the ones that's not stray.
Is there like their population endangered and maybe that's
I don't know.
why?
I
Or
just
they're just
know-
such majestic creatures
Exquisite,
or it's
yes.
hard to clean up peacock feathers?
All I know is that I'm not here for peacocks. I had a traumatic situation with me as a child with a peacock.
Oh,
It's a true
no.
story. A peacock would chase me down when I was a kid. I didn't know what was going
How
on.
fast do they
I
run?
didn't know what a peacock was. I was probably like maybe 4 or 3 years old. All I know is I'm walking up and I'm seeing birds walking, thinking they're chickens, and the feathers flap at me. And I got so scared, Miss Money. So I'm just not here for peacocks.
Oh no.
And I happened to see a peacock like 2 weeks ago. I'm driving down the street and just a peacock just walking across the yard, someone's yard. I'm like, who just had their peacock on the loose?
Oh,
you know?
no.
So I'm not here for peacocks.
Put your peacock up because Jazz is not
I'm
a
not
fan.
here. She's
She's
not.
He's not here for it.
Please, if I'm driving on the street, best
No.
believe I'm not
At
giving them the
all.
right away.
What, did you see Steve Tumble a peacock picture?
See, do not
I got
do
no
that.
idea what you're talking about.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Did you have one, Taquaila?
No.
Okay. So mine is from my home state, Ohio, and everybody in Ohio really needs to know this. Supposedly, in Ohio, you cannot get arrested on a Sunday or on 4th of July unless you're on a river.
Now that is some crazy kind of.
It was going up
Yeah.
on Sunday in Ohio.
First
Okay.
of all, Ohio. We talking about Ohio. I feel like they get arrested any day of the week. So that's some new information.
What does the 4th of July tie
Have to
in?
do with
like, that's
anything.
what, because
The
the
purge.
day and the scarf.
It's the purge.
Or the independence. You're
That's what I was-
independent.
so
It's the
maybe
purge.
just that one day.
I'm thinking purge.
Right, you're independent on that day, so
Who
you
knows?
don't get locked up. I don't know, but for my Ohio people who
don't-
do these crimes,
Maybe-
Monday through Saturday.
Stay in the house.
do it on a Sunday or the 4th of July. Not that I'm saying commit any crimes.
That's
but,
fine because at least they're not here in California.
But yeah, so make sure that you guys don't do anything unless it's a Sunday or 4th of July. Clearly, 4th of July passed though, so
Yeah,
if y'all didn't
so
do any
that's-
crimes, then I don't know what to tell you. But so let's wrap it up by doing predictions really quickly.
It's like, are we coming?
Prediction.
I just want to go really quick. I think that Stahl is going to come out. We're going to see him in this episode for sure. How he's going to see him, it's the close is not clear anymore. I mean, I think he's just out in the bag. I think he's going to reveal himself, and it's going to mess up their whole cover as them trying to take down Ramsey's crew. Stahl's going to interfere, and it's going to be too much at one time.
I'm with it.
That's what I think.
I'm really with it.
But I'm thinking he's going to come back and not try to be threatening to her, trying to let her know about the Sky Mode truck driver guy that was trying to kill her. And he's going to
Really?
end up showing her the footage. That's just what's going to trigger her to be like, okay, he's still been stalking me. I have seen you. And now they're going to help her. First of all, I don't know what was Gina tied up. Her mouth was off. So I don't know what that's going on about. Or maybe he just has her hostage, which is not far-fetched to believe. But I think he's going to try to come in on that angle to get close to Harlee. Either she's going to see him or he's just going to approach her to try to figure out that. Sorry. Christina, I think she's gonna be a pawn again, but I think it's gonna be Stall this time. She's gonna get caught up. She's gonna see him, and then I think they're gonna have some type of, I don't know, altercation, verbal, physical, or whatever, because now she knows the depth of what he did to not only her and mentally screwing her over about her dad, but also her mother as well. Lomond's gonna be down for a minute, and I'm gonna be upset about it because he just fell too easy, too quick. For this little Diana chick who was just shade boots.
He just wanted some.
I don't want him, but that's why I want the real love, like Mary J say for him. I do. So we need to let that go. You caught one, it's okay. You'll recover next time. And then Tufo. I don't know. I don't have a prediction of him. I'm just waiting to see how he's going to react because I feel like he's about to go AWOL. And
Facts.
for better word.
I think Wallace is gonna get better and want to get back in the game. I know that sounds crazy, especially after he got like beat up like that, but it's like the purpose. He has a purpose, you know. So I think he's just gonna get back in the game, and I see something happening with Ramsey and the cartel. I think we'll start to be interested in more players in the cartel, or that cartel family, and get to know a little bit more about them next episode.
Right, definitely. I totally agree with you guys. And so now just let them know where they're gonna find you.
One more thing, because I forgot, as I was trying to hold on. Because we see the newscast that's going on, I think that's also going to be played in the media because Ramsey's going to have TV, but Waz has his son. So now it's going to open up even more of a bigger war that's about to explode because now they both have the media involved, and it's going to even get worse from there.
The court of public opinion is real.
And that is.
Right.
That it
Real.
is.
All right. Now, ladies, let them know where they can find you.
Again, I am Taquaila. You can find me at Taquaila_IM on all social media aspects.
I'm Jazzie. That's IMJAZZIE on all social media platforms.
Thanks so much for watching. It's Felicia Michelle. You can find me on Instagram at It's Felicia Michelle. And on Tuesday night, tomorrow, doing Married at First Sight at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
And I'm Monique Loveless, and you can find me everywhere at Miss Mo Loveless. Also, make sure you check out my website for all your styles, tips, and tricks at MoniqueLoveless.com. And every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Total Bellas. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.